Stephjoy Schools was started through God's call to shape destinies. Our schools are located in Limuru, Kiambu County, and we are among the leading schools in KCSE. We also have ready classes for the CBC Junior High School intake in January 2023.
The moment a student discovers herself or himself and speaks the career he or she wishes to pursue at the university, immediately a student becomes very serious in secondary school to achieve the grade that can connect to that particular course.
Call us on 0700 004 022 for the boys' school and 0722 641 711 for the girls' school. Stephjoy Schools, shaping destinies.
And critical thinking, so that we stop saying that we work so well, or possibly you understand when the teacher is teaching. Unfortunately, you are not capable of keeping the knowledge for the sake of the examination day. And I want to be led by a scripture that which is written here by David from Psalms 119 from 97 to 100, and I read. Oh, how I love your law. I meditate on it all day long. Your commands are always with me and make me wiser than my enemies. I have more insight than all my teachers, for I meditate on your statutes. It is very important we ask ourselves, why does David feel that after meditation he feels wiser than his teachers? I want us to understand a secret about meditation. If, for example, a time like this, I can give you a plate of food. You take the food, and then after 2 hours, you realize that you go to the washroom. To separate the food that has built your body with the food that has become waste. Can you hear me? What has happened? Digestion has taken place. There is food building your body, you go to the washroom to throw the waste. Whatever I am calling the waste now is, number one, when you receive information from the teacher, you realize in the period of 40 minutes, there is that which you will understand. That is the food building your body. Can you hear me well? Then the waste is what you didn't understand. Imechungwa. In this case, you can be able to tell in the 40 minutes what you didn't understand. Most of the times, the reason we fail is because when the teacher is teaching, we don't think. Thinking is the secret. Thinking is the secret. Why? Because, allow me to explain this. This is soil and this is water. This is potential for your particular career, and this is your body. When the teacher is teaching, the teacher stirs up potential from the top. Can you hear me well? If you are thinking, you think and bring up potential from the bottom, what the teacher is not tapping or capable of tapping. So whatever comes above, the teacher doesn't teach. It has nothing to do with the teacher. But because, for example, the teacher is a physics teacher, he has taught a lesson of 40 minutes. You are the engineer. So the teacher is stirring up the potential from the top. In your listening, you are bringing the potential of engineering from the bottom to the top. And whatever you are bringing up, the teacher has not taught. This is the reason David is saying, after meditation, I understand more than my teachers. Why? Because the teacher has what he has taught. But with you, you already got what the teacher has taught, and you already got yours. Did you hear me? So you have already captured both. And this is the reason. For example, if you keep on listening to every teacher that comes to class, even for the chemistry teacher, you listen to the history teacher, you listen to the mathematics teacher, all these teachers, since your potential is completely different from the teacher and even from your classmates, because you are a chemical engineer alone in the class, you are an electrical engineer alone in the class, you are an architect alone in the class, you are a lawyer alone in the class, and all these engineers and all these doctors, your potential, what you can do is totally different from the other. Whatever you are bringing from below, you realize it is totally different from what the teacher has delivered. Are you hearing me? This is the reason David is saying, when my teacher teaches me, after meditation, I understand more than my teachers. And I want you to understand this because this is something that a research was done by a man, a scholar known as Frederick Taylor. He did a research for the whole human race, possibly the 8 billion that are on the planet. And out of the 8 billion, he came with a report that out of the 8 billion, only 5% think. 15% think they are thinking, but they are not. 80% they better die than think. And this is the most important thing, dear students. Thinking when a teacher is teaching. For example, right now, I see you so attentive to whatever I am teaching. Can I tell you, dear students, there are some of you that are making decisions right now that I will not fail again. You refuse to fail. I'll be careful when the teacher is in class. I'll be careful on what I am studying. The decisions we are making as I speak are totally different from one another because of our different potential. Can you hear me well? And also, even for our levels of understanding and our levels of thinking. Our levels of obedience also matters a lot, because there are some students possibly who don't care whether they fail or they succeed. According to them, I am in school to obey my parents, but kindly understand that your father was one day a student like you. Your mother was one day a student like you. And this is the reason they are capable of paying school fees in a private school. Are you hearing me? Very soon you will be the father. You cannot tell me that you will go to look for inheritance from your parents. They used their brain. Use your brain so that you may be able to bring up your children. Are you hearing me? If the teacher is capable of starting up from the top, start from the bottom. Are we together? Now, and you will understand more than your teachers because of the potential that is already inside of you. Now, meditation. What is meditation? Meditation is the act of thinking about something carefully, calmly, seriously, and for some time in order to aid mental development. That is discovering new things. After thinking, you realize that you become creative at the same time. For your information, look at this. There are so many students that will tell you that that there is no clarity about my future. Can I tell you, dear students, every vision that is in me and that is in my mind, every vision is so clear within me. Why? Because I am so serious with myself. And for your information, it is not easy to achieve that which my mind can see. It is not easy. I am strategizing every single day. I am thinking about it to a point I lack sleep. Can I tell you, your engineering should make you lack sleep. The unfortunate part of it, can you imagine? You can never lack sleep in the night, and you are even dozing during the day. Why? Because possibly your vision or your destiny is not clear within you. There is nothing that you are chasing. When you look at your report form, for example, can that report form take you to university to do civil engineering? Can that report form, if it was KCSE, because that is where we can start, if it was KCSE results, can it connect you to what you desire to become in life? Can that report form, don't wait for KCSE, ask yourself now. And immediately you find that possibly if it was KCSE, it can never cross me to the university. This is where thinking starts. You are forced to think. You break the camp of the grade you are in. Become a very active person. Make sure your civil engineering is making you lack sleep. That is a dream that must wake you up. Your medicine is waking you up. Your chemical engineering is waking you up. Your architecture is waking you up. Your software engineering is waking you up. You can never tell me you sleep up to 9 o'clock. You find breakfast ready at home, for example. You are here. Surely this being a private school, your parents have taken you out of the masses for the sake of your success. You are 25 in a class. You can never tell me that you cannot become a civil engineer, or you take home a grade that cannot connect you to the career you desire in life. Dear students, it's a high time we come to our senses and understand the knowledge we are achieving today is the knowledge that will make us become responsible fathers. Are you hearing me? You cannot be the guy that will get married to women. Are you hearing me? My students must become men. My students must become leaders in their homes. My sons will not dare get married to women. Are you hearing that you are looking for a woman who has a lot of money to marry you? You can't. You are a leader by conception. The angels in heaven celebrated your leadership. Immediately you are conceived, not when you are born. Immediately you are conceived into your mother's womb. You must remain that kind of a person. And it is only knowledge. And after knowledge, this knowledge and acquiring that career, when you do that course at the university, it will give you money. When your wallet is full, every woman needs you. And you don't belong to every woman at the same time. Can you hear me well? Yeah, when your wallet is full, it is only knowledge that will make wallet full. It is only knowledge that will enable you become a great leader. Are you hearing me? Because of the way you speak, people are having degrees. You have seen leaders getting impeached because they don't have the brain to carry that which they are looking for. Why don't we acquire now, at least to gain respect? Are we together? We gain respect from the society. We gain respect from our wives. We gain respect from our siblings. We gain respect. And you can only have respect with knowledge. The way you speak, you demonstrate your level of knowledge. Can you hear me well? So it's a high time, dear students, we understand that we need to acquire knowledge. Where you find that chemistry is hard, where biology becomes hard, yet you want to do medicine. You find that physics is hard, mathematics is hard. Let me tell you, there is nothing good that is found easily. This is the reason even gold must pass through fire. Mathematics can never be easy for you. Chemistry can never be easy for you. Can you hear me well? The reason all these subjects are hard is that we get committed to being focused and continue starting up. Are you hearing me? With a teacher or without a teacher, you already know exactly what you are looking for. You already know the grade you are looking for. You already know the minimum grade that can connect you to university. You already know. If you don't have it now, then you must know you need to strategize. Are we together? Now listen to me carefully. I know Form 4s. I have told you this in the past. May I have a pen? I have told you this in the past. That you take with you, I remember telling you to download papers from 2015. From 2015, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. These are 7 years of KCSE. Are we together? Now, the third, for each subject, some of these we have 3 papers. For example, chemistry, biology, physics. But don't go for the third one, which is practical. Let's take the rest. You have 8 subjects. And like we are talking about 7, 8 by 6, 50. Is it 56? Excuse me, is it 56? Are you thinking as I speak? Because you're supposed to give me answers immediately. Excuse me, are you listening to me? All right, then, can you give me 8 by 6 is? 48. Oh, for 8 by 6. 8 by 7. No, it is 8 by 7. 8 by 7 is 56. Is that so? Yes. Those are 56 papers. I am hoping Form 4 you have obeyed me, because this could be so many times I have spoken about it. Can I tell you, the reason of our failure is disobedience after receiving information, but nothing is done. I have told you so many times. Those are 56 papers. 56 papers. What have we done? 8 by 6. Then multiply by 2. 56 by 2. That is 102, isn't it? Yes. Now 102, this means that you possibly, let me assume that you obeyed me, and possibly you are ready to do 102 papers. I want to repeat this because I know I have said in the past. I am trusting God, and if at all you have not done this, can you dare do it? And I can assure you, you can never fail. Those papers, all of them are printed. But write them. Read the question, understand the question. After you have understood the question, write it by heart. Question 1, write it. Then, with all the textbooks and the exercise books, make your answer rich. Then, write it. Write the answer. There is such a strong connection between your fingertips and the brain. Can you hear me? So the writing is making you understand more. Are you hearing me? Then question 2, you write after reading it, understanding it, then write it down. Write it down. Then answer the question from the textbooks. Make your answer rich even more than the teacher's answer. Then answer. The whole paper of chemistry is over. Paper 1. The whole paper of chemistry, paper 2 is over. The whole paper of physics is over. You are now reading back. Reading back. Reading back. Can I tell you what happens once you are through with the chemistry paper? The gate is the mind. Understanding comes directly. You understand, and then you put in raw knowledge here. Then it gets processed. You have completed or you have finished the chemistry paper. Now you want to do physics paper. Immediately your mind is set for physics. Now the chemistry itself, the knowledge for chemistry is taking itself back, processing itself. How? Because of your seriousness. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? It goes and it stores at the back. Then you take physics, then you do the same, then the gate is this one, immediately it goes processing itself, then putting it at the back. Then you go to history, then you start, this is the gate, then you do history, and then you process it at the back. You go story. When the examination comes, and here you have a chemistry paper, you read the first question. Immediately, it is the question itself that retrieves the information or draws the information from the back and brings it in the front. Are you hearing me? The question, it has power to bring information from the back, bringing it in front so that you don't confuse at all. And this is, we do examinations daily. And this is the reason you cannot rush to your books when the timetable for the examination has come. Why? Because we do examinations daily. When the teacher set a time for examination, you don't need to run up and down the way other people keep on running up and down. You want to read very fast so that you see what you will get. This is a person who doesn't know what he is doing in school. Can you hear me well? Every single day, examine yourself. When you read question 2, once again, it draws the information from the back, bring to the front. Immediately you write down. And you don't confuse, because it is the question itself that is retrieving the information from the back, bringing it in front, and then immediately you write down what you read some time ago. It has stored the knowledge as a subconscious mind, bringing it to the conscious mind, and then putting it down. Can you hear me well? Surely, what hard is there? There's nothing hard there. It's a matter of making every effort, refusing to fail. Can you hear me well? When history comes, it does the same thing. And that's the reason there's a statement that says there's always room for improvement. Always room. Because your brain is too big. It's too large. It can store a lot of knowledge. This is the reason a doctor can be a doctor at 30 or 35. But at 90, he's still treating patients. Are you hearing me? Because the room for improvement is so big. You cannot live at C. You cannot be a C student. Let nobody tell you. Can we go to B and A? So that we connect, because I believe if I can ask each one of you what you want to pursue at the university, none of you need a career that is looking for grade C+. C+, it is true, can take you to university. But is it to do the career, the course you want to do? That's a question. Every course has a different grade. Are we together? And so that you don't get blocked, can we get serious with ourselves? Dear students, December, Form 4, you are sitting for the exam. The question is, what are you bringing to us? What are you bringing? I have already taught you the skills of succeeding. I've already taught you. Your teachers are seriously committed. We are looking forward as Stephjoy School to make you the kind of men that God wants. We have seen people that are speaking carelessly outside. Men of integrity who becomes elders thereafter are the kind that have gone through my hand. Are you hearing me? That is what we are looking for. And therefore, dear students, in December we have KCSE. And that is where the bridge is. That is the bridge that you will close with. The question is, utaaguka kwa mto ama utapita? Let's get serious with ourselves. Also, when you do your KCSE and you find you have succeeded, different universities have a tendency of telling you medicine is full. You will not do medicine, you will do actuarial science. I'm not saying actuarial science is bad, but it's not you. Are you hearing me? Kindly move away from that university. If it is full for your career, go away. There are so many universities that can accommodate you. Don't change your career. Don't change your course. Let nobody dare change your course. Are you hearing me? For your information, one of our students at the girls' school, she had a B+. Wadigo, is she called Wadigo? Waduge. She had a B+. She wanted to pursue medicine. She had done so well in biology, a grade A in biology, and B+ in chemistry. And also mathematics, she had an A playing. According to me, she's qualified to do medicine. But she was called in one of the universities to do actuarial science. So she came to school to ask me, Madam, what do I do? I told her, let no university dare you. And I'll assist you. Can you hear me well? I don't dare do actuarial science. You don't have any potential for actuarial science. You don't have. You will do it. You will become successful. But the question is, there is no potential for you to do actuarial science. You wanted to do medicine, nothing less. Are we together? Let no university dare you. Let no come out from that university. Go to another one, but make sure what you desire is what you do. You can never become what they want. You can only become what you want. Are we together? And you will enjoy. Can I tell you also, when the word of God is saying in Jeremiah 1:4-5, that before you are formed into your mother's womb, I chose you, I appointed you, meaning I gave you a job before conception. Can you hear me well? I ordained, I even promoted you. You worked so well, I promoted you. Promotion can be, you are working in that organization, you get promoted, or you are working in that organization, and because you have worked so well, God gives you your own business. For that particular, you cannot talk about being in business for everything. If you are a lawyer, you can open a law firm. Are you hearing me? That means you are in business. If you are a teacher, possibly you can open your own school. You are in business, but with the line of your skill. Are you hearing me? And that's the reason I am telling you, and I am warning you so strongly and so strictly. Let nobody dictate to you of the career you are to pursue. And I want to say it again. That is what universities are doing, calling you on sending you a letter that you have been called to do this. That is what even not what you had applied. And therefore don't take that which you had not purposed. Because let's assume whatever career you want to pursue is taking 6 years, for example. In your fourth and fifth year, you go for attachment. You realize that company you have gone for attachment will be your first company for employment. Can you hear me well? We don't tarmac after graduation. We tarmac here in high school, looking for the grade. Are you hearing? This is where the journey is hard. Can we all sit upright? Can we sit upright? This is where the journey is hard. And this is where you must wake up. This is where your dreams must wake you up. Are we together? Yeah, this is where we need to work extremely hard. This is where we need to struggle. This is where we need to make decisions. This is where our attitude must be positive. This is where that we must achieve. May God by His grace help every one of us. We must work extremely hard. Go back from first, go back to the papers, even from the teachers, the examinations you have done in Form 3, even from Form 1. Form 4, listen to me carefully and I tell you, you will pass. From the first examinations in Form 1, ask even the current Form 1s, the examination they have done. Go with it. Write the questions down, whatever the Form 1s or whatever Form 1s are doing. Write those questions down. Whatever Form 2s are doing, write those questions down. Can I tell you, it is very easy to remind yourself. Are you hearing me? So that when KCSE comes, I can assure you, reading the question, you draw the information and bring it forth. You write down the answers. And there you are. You become successful. May God by His grace give you excellence in the mighty name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. 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 God bless you. December, that we write the best and we succeed in the very best way. At least we give a gift to our parents, isn't it? In our success. God bless you. Thank you.
Stephjoy Schools was started through God's call to shape destinies. Our schools are located in Limuru, Kiambu County, and we are among the leading schools in KCSE. We also have ready classes for the CBC Junior High School intake in January 2023.
The moment a student discovers herself or himself and speaks the career he or she wishes to pursue at the university, immediately a student becomes very serious in secondary school to achieve the grade that can connect to that particular course.
Call us on 0700 004 022 for the boys' school and 0722 641 711 for the girls' school. Stephjoy Schools, shaping destinies.
And you are the giver, you are